Buried deep in the timber of a northern Michigan turkey camp, a much-anticipated innovation is waiting to be unveiled. A decade after changing the landscape with Longbeard XR, 4 hunters from different states across the country have come together and are anxiously waiting to field test for the first time Winchester's Longbeard TSS.
So we're in camp in Michigan, turkey camp, and we're here to test a new turkey load from Winchester. So we've brought in the experts from the industry. We're going to go to the range. We're going to do some testing at various ranges. The beauty about testing turkey loads is, different shotguns, different choke tubes, different ranges, and we want to see it all, test it all. So that'll be our first stop, and then we're going to hit the field and see what we can do.
I was super pumped about coming to Michigan because, it's not a common place where we have media hunts and those kind of things. But coming to Michigan was a new experience for me. I'd never been before.
When I'm not turkey hunting, I like to talk about hunting turkeys, and that's what's so great about being in turkey camp with guys who have done it for several years, and in this case, this week, several decades. It's neat to compare experiences, talk to folks who have seen a bunch of products, who have been in the field a long time. They know what works, they know what doesn't, so when new products come out, you can kind of evaluate those together.
So it's been about 10 years since Winchester launched Longbeard XR, which has been clearly one of the most dominant turkey loads that's ever been launched. Turkey hunters all over the country, they've been using Longbeard XR, which is great, but it's time for Winchester to come out with something new again, which we're doing. So it's Longbeard TSS.
One of the cool things about my job, one of the things that I like the most about it, is the fact that I get to see all kinds of new products and kind of witness innovation as it's happening for hunters and shooters. And Winchester Ammunition has always been at the forefront of that type of innovation, especially when you think over the last 10 or 15 years. Think of the 350 Legend, the 400 Legend, Deer Season XP, that line of ammunition. Longbeard XR, of course, for turkey hunters, that's a revolutionary load that helped turkey hunters extend their range. And now the next step, Longbeard TSS.
So the research and development behind Longbeard TSS, I'll say this, our engineers are always thinking. They're always doing something behind the scenes, and they kind of sat back and studied and thought a little bit more about how does Longbeard TSS, going to perform. They think about it all. They think about wads, they think about powder, they think about how much shot can they actually get, in the hull. So there's always a recipe when it comes to putting together, new ammunition, and I would say with Longbeard TSS, we're right on the mark. Pattern density is ridiculous at this yardage.
The thing that I noticed right away is, of course, with number 9 TSS shot, the pellet count is just tremendous. And the patterns that we got from 25 out to 50 yards with all those pellets on the board just give you such confidence. You know, with Longbeard TSS that you can take a shot from at the end of your feet to 50 yards and maybe even beyond with confidence when you see those kind of results on the patterning board.
This is cool too. When you see that up there in the head. I mean, look at all that devastation right in through there. Cut that thing right in half.
Went all the way through it.
One of the big advantages of Longbeard TSS, you know, a tungsten load, is being able to have choices when it comes to different gauges. So 410, 28, 20, 12, you know, for years and years and years, the 12 gauge was really the standard shotgun that people would pick up and head to the field with.
All right, so he was testing a couple things here, which is really interesting. We got the 28 gauge and went mod on one side and went full choke on the other side. And it's pretty interesting what we're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, the mod gives you more leeway, but it's still, I mean, that is a devastating pattern.
Devastating.
The turkey's dead.
Yeah.
The full is a lot tighter. This was me not looking down the, you know, the rib straight because I'm just shooting a single barrel or a single bead on that barrel.
Yeah.
Not the easiest thing to sight with,
no.
but still, I mean, dead turkey. But come over here to the modified and you've got a lot more leeway at that closer range. So, I mean, 28 gauge,
it's doing the
TSS
trick.
load, I mean, dead turkey at 25 yards, dead turkey at 40 yards that we just saw too.
Yeah.
So 40, 25 mod. Yeah. And
The beautiful thing about these smaller framed guns, these sub gauges, is that they weigh less. They're typically a little more nimble to handle if you need to switch your position, if a bird's coming in to the wrong angle. They're a lot more comfortable and easy to hold up for an extended amount of time. And there's just something neat about being able to kill turkeys at 35 or 45 yards with a 20 gauge or a 28 gauge. Just a different aspect of the sport.
Having that available in a 410 load, 28 gauge, 20 and 12, that gives hunters a lot of choices.
This segment of Winchester Life is brought to you by Folds of Honor, providing life-changing scholarships to families of fallen or disabled military and first responders. Winchester Pet. And by White Flyer, America's Best.
Teamed up for the first morning, waiting on a sunrise, is Winchester's Jason Gilbertson and Game and Fish editor Adam Hagenstaller. With a combined 60 years of turkey hunting between them, Jason and Adam are both looking to connect on their first Michigan gobblers. Meanwhile, 20 miles to the north, NWTF editor Matt Stewart and Greg Walters from Winchester Safes are set up deep in the timber on a food plot just 80 yards from a well-known roost tree.
Freaking, they hammered like men. I mean, they gobbled, man. I was surprised. Did you hear me? They were jakes. They were yelling jakes. I couldn't tell until they got out here. Hey, it worked. Hey, they hammered at it.
While a couple young up-and-comers get the pass off the roost from Matt and Greg. Further south, Jason and Adam have decided to stretch their legs and get mobile. As the guys continue to cover ground on foot in search of a hot bird. 15 miles north, Matt and crew have other plans.
All right, we got birds coming. We got a bird out in the field with a hen. A little concerned about, you know, is the bird going to break from the hen or not? Chris is setting up Petey, the decoy. We're going to see if we can try to get that bird to break and come in here close. We've been working this morning and just hadn't made it work, but we got a good shot here. So we're going to see if we can make some magic happen and see if this bird will T-Rex in and do a dance.
Whenever you're ready. You stopping? You can, go ahead. Smoking. Yeah, buddy.
You hammered him. Not a flop. That's a big bird.
Let's see, but man, that worked perfection.
Man.
Perfection. He stopped right there.
Yeah.
And he stuck his neck up.
He stuck his neck up. I was just getting ready to give him. He'll be all right. We'll let him finish out for a second.
You think he saw something and was getting a little antsy?
I think he just, between the decoy and I think he just was like, okay, I got to do something here.
Yeah.
And you pounded him at the perfect time.
And it worked out.
Good job, man.
Nice. Appreciate you, brother. Just impressive to see what Winchester has created with this TSS load. And we took it to the field and saw the results. You know, inside 20 yards even, you know, we were tight, we got them tight. That's the whole point. We want to get them as close as we can. Winchester's work on the TSS load is giving you the confidence. You know, if you misjudge, misrange, you know, by 5-10 yards, you're still confident that you can make that shot. And we were just really impressed with what the load did this week on the hunts. Just felt really good about when you pull the trigger, you want to have that confidence. And I felt like, you know, we had that in the field when the time came. You know, when that moment comes, you feel good about it.
This segment of Winchester Life is brought to you by Walkers, Birchwood Casey, and by Winchester Safes.
It's day 3, and now 35 miles north, Jason and Adam have arrived to a new piece of ground ripe with historical success. But as day breaks, the birds are silent. So they decide to slowly call their way back to a green field where gobblers are known to frequent off the roost. As their team decides to wait it out at the base of an old hardwood, Chris Kiefer and Greg Walters have relocated from the roost setup and are working several gobblers back near camp.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Nice call.
That was fun, man. That was fun.
Good stuff.
Hunting with you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Greg.
My heart was beating. I know yours was.
Oh yeah, it was. It was good stuff.
I don't know when last
That's a lot of
time I
fun.
had that many toms. We had 4. I had 5 that I could count, and there's 7 total I know that and counting him, that like were in those bushes too. So I mean, what came in and what committed, also there's 6 of them.
I had no idea there was that many coming.
It was ridiculous.
I had no clue. I mean, they just kept coming and coming and coming.
I've never hunted in Michigan before. This is actually my second turkey hunt. I hunted in Texas last year, had a great time with the Winchester group. And I didn't quite know what to expect up here in Michigan. But I can tell you that I've had an absolute fabulous time. The grounds here are absolutely amazing. The facility is top notch. The guides and the crew and the staff is just unbelievable. And I can't wait to come back and do this again.
There's nothing sweeter than punching your tag on the last day of the hunt. The birds were working this week for Matt and Greg, but success is far from guaranteed.
It's been an awesome 4 days in Michigan, even though I myself wasn't successful, but the turkey camp itself has been great. We've had some great food, awesome barbecue the second night we were in here. Just a great experience, great place to hunt turkeys. And we were grinding it out over these last 4 days. So we had 2 all-day hunts. We never even came back for lunch, which is why it's so important to pack a good snack. And luckily, having all that barbecue on hand, leftover barbecue, I was able to sneak a little out. TSS for Winchester has been a long time coming. I'm really glad to see it in the Winchester line because I know it's going to give turkey hunters that many more options.
So we've constantly been kind of behind the scenes working on some different recipes for Longbeard TSS, and it's finally here. So I think what people will see when they get to the range and they get to the field, they will be extremely happy.
When it comes to ammunition, Winchester is really thinking of ways to improve the game for hunters always, and they've done a really good job of it with the new Longbeard TSS.
As hunters across the country begin to fill their vests with Longbeard TSS each spring, success is never guaranteed. But the confidence from a shell packed with game-changing innovation helps tip the scales. In a camp filled with decades of turkey hunting knowledge, the next evolution of turkey loads from Winchester was born. And along the way, new friendships were forged in Michigan as they all lived the Winchester life.